Welcome back to Old Charles. Today we are going to explore the fascinating world of the Australian 10-cent coin from 1972, a coin that has captured the interest of collectors and numismatists around the world. This particular coin is part of the decimal currency system introduced in Australia in 1966 when the country transitioned from pounds, shillings and pence to dollars and cents. The 10-cent coin is made primarily of cupronickel, an alloy of copper and nickel, giving it a durable silver color and a pleasant weight in the hand. The obverse of the coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. Her portrait is detailed and regal, depicting the young queen wearing a tiara, and facing right around the edge of the coin is the inscription Elizabeth II, Australia, and the year of minting 1972, which makes this coin over 50 years old today. The reverse design is equally iconic, showing a lyrebird, one of Australia's most famous and beautiful native birds, known for its extraordinary tail and impressive ability to mimic sounds in nature. This design was created by Stuart Devlin, a renowned Australian artist and silversmith whose work can be found on many of Australia's decimal coins. Devlin's design captures the elegance and unique characteristics of the lyrebird, making the coin instantly recognizable and a favorite among collectors. Now, when it comes to value, the 1972 Australian 10-cent coin can vary widely depending on its condition and whether it has any special features. Coins that are circulated often show wear, such as scratches or a loss of luster, which affects their value. Collectors often grade coins on a scale from poor to mint state, with mint state coins being in perfect condition, as if they just came from the mint. A circulated 1972 10-cent coin is generally worth its face value of 10 cents, but collectors may pay more for coins in very good condition. Uncirculated or proof coins, which are coins struck with special care and often sold in sets, can fetch much higher prices, sometimes reaching several dollars or more depending on market demand. Coins with rare minting errors or unusual characteristics can also be significantly more valuable. For example, a coin with an off-center strike, double strike, or other minting anomaly can be highly sought after among collectors. The 1972 10-cent coin is also part of a larger series of decimal coins that include the 5-cent, 20-cent, 50-cent, $1 and $2 coins. Each of these coins has its own history and design, and together they represent an important part of Australia's numismatic heritage. Collectors often seek to complete sets of coins from a particular year or a particular design, which can drive up interest and value for specific coins. In addition to condition, rarity and demand, another factor affecting value is provenance or the history of the coin. Coins that come from well-known collections or have a documented history may be more desirable for collectors. A coin kept in a protective holder and stored properly away from moisture, sunlight and handling will maintain its condition and value much better than a coin that has been tossed around in pockets or coin trays over the decades. It's also worth noting that the silver content of Australian coins does not apply to the 10-cent coin of 1972, as it is made of cupronickel. However, coins minted in other years, such as certain commemorative issues or the 50-cent coins, may contain silver, which can affect their intrinsic value on the market. Today, prices for a standard circulated 1972 10-cent coin usually range from 10 cents to a few dollars depending on the condition, while uncirculated examples can go for $10 or more at auction or from specialized coin dealers. Many collectors enjoy acquiring these coins not just for their monetary value but also for their historical and aesthetic appeal. Owning a 1972 10-cent coin is like holding a small piece of Australia's history in your hand. The lyrebird design alone has made this coin a favorite for decades, and it remains a popular item for both new and seasoned collectors. In conclusion, the Australian 10-cent coin from 1972 is more than just currency. It is a symbol of Australia's transition to decimal currency, a piece of artistic design and an interesting collectible item. While its everyday value may be modest for those who appreciate coins as collectibles, it holds much more in terms of history, design and the joy of collecting. Whether you are a casual collector or a serious numismatist, this coin represents an accessible and rewarding piece of Australia's rich coinage history. Its durability and iconic design make it a lasting example of the artistry and craftsmanship that went into Australia's decimal coins, and its story is one that continues to fascinate collectors around the world. The Australian 10-cent coin from 1972 has a fascinating history that begins with Australia's decision to adopt decimal currency. Prior to 1966, Australia used the British imperial system of pounds, shillings and pence, which was complex and not very practical for everyday use. The government decided to simplify currency and make trade and accounting easier for citizens and businesses. So on the 1st of February 1966, Australia Introduced decimal currency. The new system divided the Australian dollar into 100 cents, replacing the old pounds, shillings and pence. The 10-cent coin was one of the original coins issued as part of this decimal series, and it quickly became an important part of daily life in Australia. The coin was designed by Stuart Devlin, a talented artist and silversmith who was commissioned by the Australian government to create designs. For all decimal coins, Devlin chose to feature native Australian animals and birds on the reverse side of the coins to celebrate Australia's unique wildlife. For the 10-cent coin he selected the lyrebird, a bird native to the forests of southeastern Australia known for its beautiful tail feathers and remarkable ability to mimic sounds in its environment. This choice was symbolic as it represented the beauty, creativity and uniqueness of Australia's natural heritage. On the obverse of the coin was the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, which was designed by Arnold Machin. Machin's portrait of the young queen wearing a tiara was chosen to reflect Australia's status as a constitutional monarchy and a member of the Commonwealth. The coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint, which had been established in Canberra in 1965 specifically to produce decimal coins for the country. The 1972 10-cent coin was part of a regular annual production and was circulated widely across Australia. It became a familiar part of the coins people used for shopping, paying for services and saving in piggy banks. During this period, Australia was experiencing significant social and economic changes with rapid urbanisation and growth of industry and commerce. The decimal coins, including the 10-cent piece, helped facilitate transactions and were accepted easily by the public because the coin was made of cupronickel. It was durable and resistant to corrosion, making it suitable for everyday use unlike some other coins. The 10-cent coin did not contain silver, which made it practical for mass production and circulation. The 10-cent coin has also played a role in commemorating certain events in Australian history. Although the 1972 coin itself was not a commemorative issue, it is part of the story of Australia's decimal currency, which marked a major historical shift in the nation's monetary system. The introduction of decimal currency required extensive public education campaigns with advertisements, demonstrations and even school lessons to help people understand the new coins and their values. As a result, the 10-cent coin and other decimal coins are remembered as symbols of a period of transition and modernization in Australia. Collectors today value the 1972 10-cent coin not only for its design and condition but also for its historical significance. It represents a link to the early years of Australia's decimal currency era, and to the work of Stuart Devlin, whose designs have become iconic and beloved by numismatists around the world. Many collectors seek coins from the first decade of decimal currency because they are tangible reminders of this transformative period in Australia's economic and cultural history. Owning a 1972 10-cent coin is like holding a piece of history in your hand. It tells a story of a nation adapting to change, embracing its unique wildlife and celebrating its connection to the Commonwealth. The coin also reflects the craftsmanship and attention to detail that went into the production of Australia's decimal currency, and it continues to be appreciated by collectors young and old. Its history is intertwined with Australia's social development, its economy and its national identity, making it more than just a small piece of metal but a representation of Australia's journey into the modern era of currency and commerce. When it comes to the condition of the Australian 10-cent coin from 1972, condition is one of the most important factors that collectors consider when determining value. The condition of a coin describes how much wear or damage it has experienced since it was minted. Coins are generally categorized on a grading scale ranging from poor to mint state, with several levels in between. Each grade provides collectors with an understanding of the coin's appearance, quality and potential value. A coin in poor condition may have heavy wear, deep scratches or be bent or corroded, making the details of the design difficult to see. These coins are usually only of interest to collectors who are trying to complete a set or who are just beginning to collect because their monetary value is very close to face value. Circulated coins, which are coins that have been used in everyday transactions, often show signs of wear, including loss of luster, scratches, dents or worn edges. The 1972 10-cent coin was made of cupronickel, which is a durable metal alloy that resists corrosion and tarnishing. However, frequent handling over decades can still result in noticeable wear on the lyrebird design and on the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. A lightly circulated coin may still retain much of its original detail with only minor surface marks and slight loss of shine. These coins are more appealing to collectors and generally command higher prices than heavily worn examples. Uncirculated coins are coins that have never been used. In commerce and have been carefully stored since minting. They retain their original mint luster and have no scratches, dents or other signs of wear. An uncirculated 1972 10-cent coin can be worth significantly more than a circulated one and is highly sought after by collectors. Proof coins are a special category. These coins are struck with extra care using specially prepared dies and planchets and are often sold in sets. For collectors, they have a mirror-like finish and very sharp details. The 1972 10-cent proof coin is rare and can command much higher prices in the market, especially if it has been stored in perfect condition for decades. Proper storage is critical for maintaining a coin's condition. Coins should be kept in protective holders or albums away from moisture, heat, sunlight, and frequent handling. Improper storage can result in toning, which may change the color of the coin or cause spotting and corrosion, which